are we doing? It's the Madman, ultimate place to be. Y'all know what it is. Today, I'd like to show y'all the Honda Kick and Go. I still own a Honda, probably faster than most out there. You just kick it, and it goes. And it's literally made by Honda. Oops, wrong spot. Right there, the old Honda. But I'll tell you what, to get to my couch and get to my fridge, this sucker rocks. I take off like a bat out of hell with this thing. Booyah! 2 wheels in the front. What's up? And there it be. That thing is super duper cool. But you know, anyway, today's video is going to be about restoring old speaker box. Now, what we got to do, or what you got to do, and I'm going to run you through the steps. If sometimes back in the day, or even up to now, sometimes your speaker box gets damp. Maybe if it's in the trunk had a little leak, or if maybe you set your speaker in a garage for any length of time until you got a little chang up to get a CD player or something, and it got damp and it swelled up a little bit. What happens is the swelling and drying totally ruins these boxes. But if it's not too far gone, like the one we're gonna do today, you can save it with a little bit of fiberglass resin. Maybe even put a little fiberglass padding in. And the second thing I'm going to do is show you how to save. If you've put numerous speakers, but you love the box, and you put numerous speakers through the years in the box, and the box is rattling, or you can't catch a screw hole for the speaker, I'm going to show you how to fix it so you can reuse those particular spots. And this is also a tribute to an old friend that had passed away named Tattoo Tony. This was actually his old speaker box, which makes this a really special, cool video. And the ones that know who he is, bam, should love this video. Anyway, let's get to it. Enough for the pepping. It's time to get to the flopping. All right, so here is the box that I am working on. Oh, let me back this up a little bit here. Alright. Right about, oops, well, you just did a backflip, front flip, whatever you call it. There we go. Alright, so this one's kind of rough. It definitely got some mold in there. You might want to sand this out. Sand some of this out. I've already done the shaving of the screws right up in here. They usually lift. So I usually take a razor blade, take a razor blade like so, and I kind of scrape it. Run this gently. You don't want to peel the wood up. You just want to shave the humps out of it, because it's going to be humps. Anything that's flaky like that, I mean, you can save it, leave it in there as filler, however you want to do it. But I'm going to show you what I do to save this particular scenario. First thing I do is I want to get these ports out of here because I don't want any excess resin to land on it. What I'm going to do with this box when it's done, it's going to take a couple videos because well, it just is. But what I'm going to do is make it so I can paint the box. So this whole box is actually going to have resin on it. It's going to look pretty cool. And I'll show you what to do to get those rattles out of the box as well. Fiberglass resin only does so much. Caulking the seams inside is always a plus. Maybe put a little resin around the inside here in these cracks and crevices, just a little bit. Put a little bit of silicone in there as well. But what I did is I saved the pieces of wood that had actually fallen or coming out. This box actually is pretty rough. It's an old school Jensen, and just so everybody knows, that was definitely the 10 that used to be in the back of Christy's car. Unfortunately, they got wet in Franson's basement, but it's okay. I mean, this was actually stuck completely. I'm gonna do a video on how to restore old speakers, because I can do that. This one's I bet you this one would actually work. It was frozen solid, so I sprayed a little bit, just a little mist of WD-40 in the back and let it soak for a day, and then just kept tapping it gently, and look at that. I mean, now it flexes. It was literally stuck, wouldn't move. I said, damn. But anyway, I've already done the back. I've peeled the back off, gotten all that out of the way, but I'm going to show you how to reset all this and give yourself a little bit of screwing room again. It does suck when these start to flake apart, but it is what it is. We're going to start with this spot, and then I'll show you, take a little bit of fiberglass. I'll probably mat it, just because I'm going to actually paint this. This thing's going to look awesome when I'm done. But let's get to the resin part, show you how to do that. This box is pretty rough. I might have to pull pins, but I'll do this, and I've got a lot of things I can do with this particular box. There is a big, huge there is a big piece of plexiglass, and it says Jensen. So, anyway, what I do, get yourself a cup, hardener, boom, fiberglass. Now, what's good? Because the skull said so. Just messing. Just playing. Just playing. Totally fine. Nothing wrong. That I know of. Sorry, skull. So you gotta sit in the sidelines. Alright. Jesus Christ. Time to bend over. Really gotta get in there. Had that done before. It's not that. Not fun for me. Anyway. Oh yeah. Let's see. Now, I unfortunately am very allergic to fiberglass, but you know, for y'all, I'm gonna take the dive. Beep beep beep. Blow it out your. Oh, sugar. Alright. Let's see. I'm going to probably do a light coat for the first run, and then I will. Wish I had a couple little pieces of wood I could stick in these little bad spots, but unfortunately I don't. So I will get to those. What I'll do is I'll mat, put some fiberglass matting over top of that, and I will. Actually, I'll probably use. I don't have any. Not Bondo. They have a fiberglass that you can mix up. That is probably what I'll do, and I'll do a video on how to do that after I get a little bit, because it's the only thing I do not have. But anyway, let's get this part started. Let's get the party started. Nice. These are great gloves. Whip it up good. And get the other stuff. And here we go. I definitely use foam brushes. They work good. They soak up, mat it out. And let's see here. Can I get this? I'm gonna get fiberglass all over everything, but there we go. All right, now this is stirred up really good, like so. And what you want to do is put this somewhere you don't care. Okay. Add this all up on here, nice and neat. About as neat as you're going to get. And when you get to the holes, you want to sop it up. You want to get it right in them holes. It re-hardens them. I should drill them out and do this again, but this is just a first coat and just to show you how to go about doing this. And it does work. It is a little bit of work. I mean, boxes are through the roof right now, so it's cheaper to buy, you know, $20 worth of resin and fix the box. $25, however much it is. My can's like old, really old, but it's all good. You want to load it in. Boom. The best thing to do is probably put a little bit of newspaper down inside or something. Mine's gonna be all foam and stuff, so you won't even see that when it's done, honestly. And you're gonna need to do this a few times. I'm gonna go over the whole top, like so. Give it a little dexterity. And then after I get this, because I want this wood to soak it up good, then I will re-drill the holes. And that'll be on the next video, okay? And when I re-drill these holes, I will also have the other fiberglass, but I'm going to sink this down into the holes. I mean, you could probably do that first if you wanted, but this is just how I do it. I put a nice tough coat over top, okay? I've done this a million times. I used to build speaker boxes with fiberglass, so this really isn't nothing for me. I used to build them right in the tires spots. So I took this, it sucked because, you know, you're taking a spare tire out, but at the same time, just built a badass freaking speaker box. Like so, like so. They honestly may. It's sinking in pretty good, actually. I mean, this is really taking it in. Really taking it deep here. Really hooking on. And I forgot to take my ports out, so I gotta be really careful. Because you can't slide your ports back out, and I just forgot to do that. But it's alright, people. It's all good, my hood. And I just thought, you know, the people that know Tattoo Tony would definitely appreciate this video. Local legend at one point or another in his life. He's pretty intense guy. But he was cool to me. That's all that mattered. That's for sure. That is all that mattered. Oh, it's already like in flavor. I like to tuck it up in under two, try and get the back side the best I can.